Alright, and here is the video review for Cyber Battalion SHOCKWAVE. And he is a spaceship this time around, although with some of the gun detailing. He does have the little kind of barrel here up front. If you flip him over, he even has the sights, so there's kind of some gun detailing, although there's no real way to, it would be neat if there were a way to fold these wings down in a way you could hold him in a gun-esque way, but there really isn't, unfortunately. But not a bad looking little spaceship here. He's got a little landing gear down here. My only real complaint, like I said, it's a little iffy, but not a bad looking flying jet mode. You can see his laser arm exposed here on this arm. It doesn't fold all the way in like the hand does over here. But my only real minor complaint about this one is that the chest has a little bit of wiggle to it. When you flip it up to lock it into place. It should sit up like this. All the pictures show it sitting up like this, but it'll just naturally kind of droop just a little bit. And there is a friction point about, you'll hear it click there. Like right here, you hit a little point where you have to push it past. So, and that's what's keeping it from drooping further than this. It would just be nice if that were a little closer to fully upright. Doesn't look bad, but when you're messing around, it does wiggle. And I confirm that I'm not the only one who has that, so it's not just an issue with my copy. Now, there's ways to fix it. I may pop that pin out and maybe put some polish on that joint or down here and see if there's a way to maybe keep it so it's a little tighter up like this. But like I said, it doesn't look bad, just a minor issue. Overall length from tip to the back end of the arms is about 8.5 inches from the tip of the ship to the furthermost back point on the arms. Now you do have some options here. The arms, if you want, you can have the arms. Well, I guess not like that. You want to. That's easy enough to fix, but don't rotate it like that. Leave it in. Okay, yeah, that's the problem. So you can kind of flip that around. This one should flip easily because of the hand. So if you don't want them sticking back, although with this gun piece, although if you want to have a gun on the side, you could do that. But officially, the arm should stay back, flipped like this, because there is like a little vent here. Look like the front of a thruster. So yeah, there's the spaceship mode. It whooshes around. And to transform him into his robot mode, just pop these panels down here onto the legs. I'll go ahead and flip his arm up and make sure to click it all the way into place. It does lock into place there. Flip his fist out like that, and then you can bring his arms down and around. This whole piece, turn his head around, lift this piece up all the way around into the chest. This piece right here is going to tab into this shaped section here on the back. So bring this around and then push that lighter purple piece into this groove. That's what's going to lock the chest into place here for robot mode. And we'll lift this up a little bit because I could already see that it was not going to fit in frame. Stand him up. His wings fold in. There's a little slot here, or a little tab here that'll fit into these two slots on each side of the backpack. It actually kind of gives him a clean looking backpack. It looks like he's got a couple of thrusters back here and then brings these upper thrusters onto his back. But not a bad looking backpack for him. It's fairly clean. Split the legs apart, fold the landing gear in, and then flip the feet down and around here. And then rotate them there just above the knee to the front. And there is SHOCKWAVE. And he's a nice looking SHOCKWAVE. Easily recognizable as the character. And again, the shape doesn't necessarily belie that he is a spaceship. Now, if you turn him around, you do kind of see the wings folded back. But aside from that, he looks like a nice G1 SHOCKWAVE. He's got some little yellow detailing here under his chest. The yellow eye, it is a painted yellow eye. There's no light piping here. But yeah, not bad. His head swivels. And just like Sideswipe, he's got both directions swivel at the shoulder. Now, the backpack does limit the backward mobility of his arms. He's not going much further than that. So just slightly off, straight up and down. But got the outward move there. No bicep swivel. He does have elbows, which is nice. Again, no waist swivel, but you got the same front to back, side to side hips. And again, his feet do rotate at the knee. You can kind of pose him in or out if you want, but he does not have an actual knee joint. It's just the swivel in there. Some posability in the toes, unlike Sideswipe, but again, without a knee, you're really not going to get a whole lot of chances to use it. But all in all, like I said, a nice, solid, decent-looking it's not Sideswipe, Shockwave. I was thinking Sideswipe because I was about to grab him to do the size comparison here, just to show him off. Because I figured I really only wanted Shockwave. I picked up Sideswipe because he was there, and I figured if I'm going to have a Decepticon, I should at least have a Autobot to fight him. So there they are together. Sideswipe slightly taller. I mean, at the top of the head, just a smidge. Like his horns are just slightly taller than Shockwave's. His helmet comes a slightly taller than the middle of Shockwave's helmet. And then, of course, with this back ridge here on Sideswipe, this little red bit, he's a little taller, but comparable in stature to each other. And then just for comparison with other Transformers figures, here he is with Titan's Return Voyager Megatron and Power of the Prime's Voyager Starscream. And he actually kind of fits in pretty decently size-wise with them. Like I said, these are they're 16. It was either 16 or 16.99 at Walgreens, and they're sized comparably to a Voyager class figure. So they're a little simpler, they're a little more hollow, but they're Voyager sized for the price of a deluxe. And like I said, Shockwave is one of the better representations of a Shockwave we've gotten in recent memory. I guess the little Legends one was cool, but he was a Legends. Nicely split layout, nicely sized, decent figure for the price. A little hollow. They do definitely have a little bit of a cheaper feel than a Voyager class does. But I don't think you're going. I think he looks really good with these guys. You said Shockwave, I think, is the better of the two, although Sideswipe's actually pretty cool himself, playing with him. I almost kind of want the Prowl now. But yeah, this guy I absolutely recommend. Like if you're just jonesing for a nice little Shockwave that you want to display, I mean, here you go. He's good, he's solid, he's purple. He's not obviously a jet in robot mode. And even his jet mode isn't bad. My only real nitpick is that I wish that this piece would lock in place in jet mode as solidly as it does here in robot mode. So yeah, there's Cyber Battalion Shockwave.